The Israeli military has entered a new and potentially decisive phase of its war in Gaza. On August 13th, Lieutenant General Eyal Zamir, the Chief of Staff of the Israel Defense Forces, approved the Central Operational Plan for an expanded offensive into Gaza City, the largest urban center in the Palestinian territory. This move follows a green light from Israel's Security Cabinet just days earlier to seize and occupy the city, 22 months into a war that has left the region in one of the worst humanitarian crises in recent memory. Israeli officials have not given a timetable for when ground troops will fully enter Gaza City, but residents report that tanks have already been advancing into southern neighborhoods like Tal al-Hawa and Zaytun, backed by heavy artillery, drone surveillance, and waves of airstrikes. Witnesses describe massive explosions, the destruction of homes and families fleeing once again, many with nothing more than what they can carry. For those still in the city, life has become a daily struggle for survival. According to Gaza's health ministry, at least 75 people were killed across the territory on Wednesday alone. The United Nations warns of famine conditions, with over 230 deaths from hunger since the war began, many of them children. Israel has drastically restricted humanitarian aid, allowing in only a fraction of the food, medicine, and fuel that aid groups say is needed. The push for Gaza City comes amid stalled diplomacy. Egypt, Qatar, and the United States have been trying to broker a 60-day truce tied to a partial hostage and prisoner exchange, but negotiations collapsed in July. On Wednesday, Hamas confirmed that a senior delegation was in Cairo for preliminary talks, but expectations for a breakthrough remain low. The decision to move into Gaza City has also deepened divisions inside Israel. Military leaders, including Zamir himself, had previously expressed concerns that such an operation could put Israeli hostages at greater risk, stretch military resources, and trigger higher casualties among soldiers. Far-right members of Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu's coalition, however, have pressed hard for the offensive, framing it as essential to defeating Hamas and reasserting control over the territory. Internationally, the backlash has been swift. Germany, the UK, and Australia have condemned the plan. Berlin has even suspended some arms exports that could be used in Gaza. Human rights organizations warn that an all-out assault on Gaza City could displace hundreds of thousands more people, destroy critical infrastructure, and worsen the already catastrophic humanitarian situation. Meanwhile, displaced Palestinians continue to move from one dangerous location to another. The war began in October 2023 when Hamas fighters attacked southern Israel, killing over 1,200 people and taking 251 hostages. Israel's retaliatory campaign has since killed more than 61,000 Palestinians, according to Gaza's health ministry figures that the UN considers credible. Nearly 2 years on, 49 hostages remain in Gaza, with Israeli authorities believing that at least 27 are dead. As the Israeli army prepares to intensify its campaign in Gaza City, the stakes could not be higher, not just for the fighters on each side, but for the hundreds of thousands of civilians caught in between. Whether this new offensive will bring Israel closer to its military objectives or deepen an already devastating cycle of war remains an open question, one that the coming weeks may answer in blood and rubble.